Hello everybody, welcome back to the Craftinomical SMP server. My name is Naragath, and I have a big sword. So before I really get going on today's episode, I wanted to give a massive thank you to all of you guys for the support that you showed on the last episode. That was pretty crazy, a lot more than I was expecting. So yeah, thank you guys, and let's go ahead and get this episode underway. Okay, so in between episodes I've been a bit on the busy side. So for starters, you'll notice that my smeltery is no longer outside there. I've moved it down below my house. I think it fits in a bit better with what I have set up there. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. You'll understand when I get there. In between episodes, I've also made these crystal growth accelerators and the charger here. Just kind of little things to get AE2 up and running. These crystal growth accelerators are pretty nice if you don't want to wait forever and a day for a pure Flux crystal or a pure Certus crystal seed to grow. These speed it up by a heck of a lot. And I got them hooked up to a lever here so that they're not chewing up power unnecessarily. And I got this culinary generator, which this is going to change in today's episode, which I'll go over later. But other than that, I really haven't done a whole lot up here. Started running some cables down below. Need to get the leadstone flux ducts down below as well, but I'm going to do that later. But other than that, come down here. This is where I've been spending most of my time. You can see I've colored out a good sized area. Definitely not done. Give me more to it. Changed the smeltery here, and now it's a heck of a lot bigger. Holds almost 1600 ingots, which is obviously way more than I need, but I figure I made the room this big, I might as well make the smeltery that big, so why not? Over here I got my casts here, and I'm liking how these look on the spice racks from Cooking with Blockheads. Kind of gives that nice little filed look. I just think it looks better than what I had with the tool rack. Which the tool rack is not bad, but I don't know, I just like that more. And over here I got some spare tools, and underneath each of these guys right here we have servos to item ducts, so that I could just, you know, pour whatever I'm gonna cast if I need a lot of it, and just keep doing it. I could hook up a redstone timer to it if I'm doing a lot, but I haven't been doing that much. I got ingot and gears here, and they'll come over to this chest right here. Right now the item ducts are really slow. Eventually I'll upgrade them. Yeah, I'll upgrade those to impulse item ducts eventually, but right now it works. You know, it gets the job done, even if I do have to wait, you know, like 30 seconds for each item to get into the chest from the smeltery, going on, what, 5 feet? Over here I got a little maintenance access right now, so you can see the back end of where those tanks are. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. That's where the cable's running down, and this is where I'm going to eventually be putting my generators, so I'm going to be making a little hallway here to those. Both the generators I'm going to make today's episode, as well as my extreme reactors later on. So that's that. And over here we got our AE2 stuff. Got my inscribers. They're almost ready to be hooked up. I still need to get import and export buses for them, but pretty close to being ready. As well as I need to hook them up to power, but yeah, that's soon. I'm also going to be putting in my ME drives, the main controller down here, as well as my crafting stuff is going to be down here. So once I get this room all filled out, it's going to look pretty cool. Got a mega torch in here. This is just a random placement. Just so I don't have to worry about whether this room is lit up well enough or not. Speaking of lighting, I'm going to be changing up the lighting eventually. I just haven't figured out exactly to what yet. My go-to was Ender IO, the flat lamps that they have. But just since we don't have Ender IO at the moment, yeah, I can't exactly go with that. So I got to figure out another solution that I'm going to like. But yeah, that'll be later on. Anyway, with that out of the way, probably should point out that I made a new sword. This is actually version 2. I made another one that was similar to it, and as I was helping some members of the server get their items back, I kind of decided to jump into lava. So instead of going back and trying to get it, I'm making a new one. I did lose quite a bit of stuff in the lava there. I could probably go back and get it if I want to get the lava away from my gravestone, but that sounds like it's more work than it's worth, and by the time I get to the point where I can do that, I'll probably have replaced all of the stuff anyway. So yeah, there's that. Also made a new hammer, new pickaxe, made this little broadsword, so I have a fast attack weapon. This is especially nice if you're fighting Enderman. This cleaver, as nice as it is, it doesn't one-shot Enderman, which is unfortunate. Maybe once I get a second level of sharpness on it, it might then, but right now it's just not quite there yet. But it one-shots pretty much every other mob that I've been coming across. So yeah, it's pretty nice. In addition to that, I also made a Dink Mark V. If you don't know what this is, it's a really nice tool for when you're mining. If you shift right click, it'll open this up, and then whatever you put in here, as you run over it, it'll automatically pick it up. And once it gets past a certain point, it'll start voiding, whatever you pick up. So I got a bunch of stuff in here that I figure I'm going to be picking up a lot of. Like the cobblestone, obviously, you're going to pick up a ton. So it's kind of nice to have it not go into your inventory and just go into here. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and put lapis in my dank knoll, and then I'm going to go to the mining dimension. Alright, and welcome back, everyone. So that was a rather good mining session. I got, 40-some diamonds, and then over 80 Certus quartz, so that's pretty awesome. So once I actually start making circuits and whatnot, we're sitting pretty good. But what I want to do now is first kill this big man. And I think it's time to head back into the nether. For starters, I'm running low on cobalt, so I need to get some of that. But I also want to start seeing if I can get some drops of evil, as that's how I'm going to power my mob farm. And eventually I'll set up my portal. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead, kill mobs around here for a little bit. I'll bring it back in after I get my drops of evil. I'm going to need a couple of them. So I'll be right back. Alright, and welcome back, everyone. So I'm just finishing crafting a couple things. And I've also come out here and cleared out a good bit of this area here. Now this is obviously not the end result of what this area is going to be. I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep it like this. But what I am going to do is, let's see here, put down this guy here, probably like here. Yeah, let's go ahead and rotate him. Oh, and while I was out getting my drop of evil, I went ahead, made a mob imprisonment tool with a wither skeleton for use later. So, go ahead and see working area for that guy. Alright. So, where that working area is, what I want to do is I want to put dirt in this area. This will be pretty nice. Alright. Go ahead and get our dink null set to dirt. Okay, so now that we have that, and it looks like I'm going to want to move it down that way a few blocks so that I can have this be like a pathway. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that open for now. I'm not gonna finish that just yet. A couple more things I want to do. So I'm gonna have a death generator here. And what this will allow me to do is to generate power from various mob drops like the rotten flesh, the bones, you know, all that kind of stuff that I'm going to be generating from this guy right here. How does he already have essence in him? Okay. But what I need to do now is I need to go grab some item ducks, power ducks, and a tank. So I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back everyone. So I got everything all pretty much ready to go. What I just need to do now is suck it all up. So I'm going to have the power run underneath. And that should work just fine. And we'll take our item ducts. Go up from there. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to need to put a servo on that just yet. Go ahead and have a double chest here. That. And I want a servo on this. Gonna whitelist bones and always be active. So that the moment I put bones in here, they'll come in here and hit the generator. Which is exactly what I want. I don't want to enable it just yet, because, well, yeah, the death generator does have a consequence for using it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fluid duct and let's go ahead and run it out here. I'll end up moving it, I'm sure, but I want to have a good place where I can monitor it. And that should be good. And I'm going to go ahead and put a servo on this. Just, well, that answers that question. It does need a servo. Since for some reason we already had some essence in there. Must have killed a bat or something. Okay, so we got that all good. So the last thing I want to do well, before I drop my drop of evil, is I made this ender tether here. What this will do is any endermen that teleport in the area, they're going to get tethered to it. It also prevents ender teleportation in the area. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it there. And go ahead and drop our bones in there. And we'll go ahead. There we go. And we'll seal her up. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Well, this is working without me taking my mega torch off. I am curious as to if it's lowering the rates. Okay. Or maybe I just need to worry how, you know, get faster. So eventually I'm going to have the drops go from over there out here, so I don't have to go next to the death generator. And just so you guys know, if you have never messed with one of these, yeah, you're gonna have a little bit of a problem if you don't get rid of that soon. And I don't think I have a bucket of milk or a bucket of any kind anywhere nearby. Oh, I was wrong. Okay. But instead of cleansing it off, I'll show you what it does. I think it's kind of obvious what's going to happen. But just for show and tell. Let's stay here for a little bit, let this go. And now we're about to find out what the Spectre of Death does. Like I said, it's pretty obvious, but kind of fun to show, you know, if you've never seen it before. There we go. So, but now that that's done, it's time to go finish off the other thing I wanted to do today, which is to mess with my little garden area and possibly decorate my waystone. I am starting to run out of time, so I may not get to it all, but we'll see. Alright, and welcome back everyone. So, I've got a little bit of work done here. I went ahead and relocated my waystone here. And so, if you're on the server and you had previously activated my waystone, I'm afraid you're going to have to reactivate it. But I don't plan on moving it from here, so yeah. And the entire time I was putting this up, this is exactly what I was doing. I'd put a block and then have to defend myself for a little bit. But it's good experience for my sword, so not too upset with that. But other than that, the other thing that I did was over here. I took my little 3x3 garden that I had here and I moved it over here. I haven't hooked it up to power yet. I went ahead, put my solar here with a tier 8 range add-on. They all have tier 8 range add-ons, which means that they have a pretty good radius. So, pretty happy with that. Once I get it hooked up with power and filled with seeds, I think we'll be sitting good. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to plant here. Probably end up doing like wheat or barley or something like that. But anyway, on the outside here, I got spruce planks with spruce wood fences that I made with architectural craft. So I think this came out really good. I'm pretty happy with the design. And once this entire field is all planted and whatnot, I think it's going to look even better. But unfortunately, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. If you're not already, consider subscribing. You can follow me on Twitter until the next time I upload. And until next time, guys, have a good one. And yes, my head, what I have on my head might be an indication of what's coming next episode.